Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host Justin. Today for March Martial Arts Madness Month, we're reviewing Jet Li's Unleashed, which is a 2005 action crime thriller movie. It's an hour and 43 minutes long. It's directed by Louis Leterrier. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm 100% sure. You would think I'm Canadian, I would know, some French since it's our second language, but I don't. He directed movies such as Brothers Grimsby, Now You See Me, which I never saw, Clash of the Titans, which I really liked that movie, The Incredible Hulk 2008, also enjoyed that movie, and did this guy also direct the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street remake, or was that somebody else? I think it was him. I could be wrong. So I've been meaning to watch this movie for a very long time. Finally did. The movie stars Jet Li as Danny, Morgan Freeman as Sam, Bob Hoskins as Bart, Carrie Condon as Victoria. Which is, how old is she supposed to be in this movie? Well, in the movie she's supposed to be 18. I'm just trying to do the math. Because she's 38 now, so like minus 16 years. She would have been 22, I guess. And Vincent Reagan is in the movie as Raffles. So the story for this movie is it takes place in London, England, and there's this British gangster, Bob Hoskins, who plays Bart or Uncle Bart, who has this slave basically called Danny, who's this 40-year-old Asian man that he's had in his care for like 32 years, he trained like a dog, who makes him wear a collar, and whenever he collects money from people, if they don't pay him up, he'll take the collar off and have Danny beat the shit out of everybody in the room. So one time he was. Does that make sense? Oh, I forgot to mention Luc Besson wrote the movie, which he also wrote another Jet Li movie, Kiss of the Dragon, which I've seen. Kiss of the Dragon, not a huge fan of that movie, but it's like worth watching at least once. Where like Jet Li plays like a Chinese spy in like France. So yeah, like one time on a collection, job, they go to Raffles, which is Vincent Reagan's character, who owns like a jewelry store, to collect money. Raffles figures out that unless Bart, which is Bob Hoskins' character, takes the collar off of Danny doesn't fight. So he blocks Bart from like taking Danny's collar off, and they beat the crap out of Bart and his group until Bart fights back and is able to take Danny's collar off, and he then beats the shit out of everybody, including Raffles. So after that, there's a guy there who's super impressed, who runs an illegal underground fighting arena where like people fight to the death, and there's gambling involved. So he offers a shitload of money to Bart's character for like Danny to fight. He does, and they make like 15 grand. After that, on their way home, and I forgot to mention that he keeps Jet Li's character in like a cage and forces him to eat canned food only. After that, right, on their way home, they get hit by a truck, and their car is shot up by men with assault rifles in London, England. So I guess those gun laws don't really do much. I guess they import them from Serbia or Bosnia or some country like that. I don't fucking know how that shit would work. Yeah, they shot it up. Danny is hit by a bullet in his arm. goes to see Morgan Freeman's character, who plays this blind guy named Sam, who tunes pianos, which, you know, Jet Li character had met him previously in the movie. So Jet Li starts to live with Sam and Sam's stepdaughter, who's an 18-year-old girl with who's a ginger and has braces, right? And they teach Danny how to be a self-respecting human being, and Danny learns how to play piano. And throughout the movie, he learns about his origins. Finds out that his mom wasn't a whore like he was told. Sorry about that. I just came out from outside, so I have my allergies. Finds out his mom was not a whore, but a piano teacher in the city, who you know, owed money to like Bart, and Bart killed her and kidnapped Danny's character, right? So after that, you know, Danny runs into one of Bart's goons. Bart's goon takes Danny back. Danny is forced to fight again, but he doesn't want to kill anybody. Which you have this huge arena fight with Danny and a bunch of guys, and including one of the guys, I think is Scott Adkins, the famous B-movie action star. I'm sorry, I don't see Scott Adkins in a lot of theatrical releases. I think I've seen him in like Expendables like 2, and you know, and that's about it. And defeats Scott Adkins and the other characters, but refuses to kill them. This pisses off Bart because, you know, he loses a bunch of money because Jet Li's character was supposed to kill his opponents. Jet Li runs away back to Sam and Victoria, which is Morgan Freeman's stepdaughter in the movie, and there's this huge, really cool fight in their building when like Bart sends a shitload of goons with guns and a white dude, all in white with a machete, to defeat Jet Li's character. Which that scene reminded me of the apartment fight scene in The Night Comes for Us, but it's not as cool as in like that movie. The other, yeah. Also, apparently Yuen Wu-ping did the fight choreography for this movie, right? Which you can tell watching the movie. The fight choreography was pretty cool, though the fights weren't that brutal in my opinion. And I should mention, I watched the extreme version, right? Which that's the thing. When I put this movie in, like, there's like two versions. There's the extreme version and the extended version. So I'm kind of wondering what was the difference. The extended version had more scenes, I guess, but I don't know. I watched the extreme version because I assumed that would have more ultra violence, which there is like some ultra violence in the movie, right? When Bob Hoskins like unloads his automatic into like Scott, I think it was Scott Adkins' character. No, a different character. That the blood squibs was amazing. It actually looked like massive holes were going through that dude's body, right? So yeah, eventually Jet Li defeats Bob Hoskins' henchman, and then is given this, like, wants to kill Bob Hoskins' character for killing his mother, but like, his new family wants to stop him. He's like, you'll be just like him if you kill him, right? So the movie, I don't know, this is more of like a drama movie, though there is some cool action in the movie. I don't know, I really like the characters. I thought like the movie would have made a lot more sense if like Jet Li's character, which if they didn't have Jet Li and they had like a younger actor, because they treat Jet Li's character like a kid in this movie, and he would have been like Jet Li would have been like in his like 40s or something in this movie, and he has this like almost like romance going on with the 18-year-old girl in the movie, who I thought looked like she was in like her 30s. Apparently, not 30s, but like, you know, she looked older. Apparently, she was 22 or whatever when she did the movie. But other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I thought, you know, it was cool seeing, like, you know, Morgan Freeman and Jet Li in the same movie, because you have really great actor and not so great actor, but really cool, you know, fighter / performance guy in this movie, right? And I don't know, I enjoyed this movie. Like, you know, you really feel bad for, like, Jet Li's character, which, you know, I would say, you know, acting wise, Jet Li is, you know, did a great job in the movie. But it's the thing where, like, his character would have made more sense if he was younger. Sorry to, like, you know, repeat myself, but yeah, because, like, he comes off like a kid, like, a lot in this movie. And it's like, dude, this guy's like 40 years old. I know he's short, but still, man. Like, I don't know. I enjoyed the movie, right? So, I was from my next review for I forgot to give this rating. It's a 7 out of 10. I think the movie was great, right? Check it out. Yeah. Yeah, so my next review, I was going to watch Kung Fu Hustle, which is technically a Kung Fu movie, but because of the recent controversy with Mortal Kombat, which I'm going to make a video on that, I decided, which the controversy was they didn't put Johnny Cage, and I found out that they didn't, through a quartering video, they didn't put Johnny Cage in the new movie because they didn't want to piss off, you know, people, because you can't have a white guy as the main character in the movie, which I would have been fine if he wasn't the main character, but then they decided not to put him in at all because of dummy political reasons, right? So because of that, I noticed I haven't reviewed any martial art movies with white leads. So because of that, we're gonna review a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, which Jean-Claude Van Damme was the inspiration for Johnny Cage. So the movie we're gonna review, which I forgot the name, is had Roger Moore in it. Van Damme, Roger Moore movie. I think it was The Quest or The Tournament. Yes, the Quest. That's what we're. Oh, I also have James Remar in the movie as well. Yeah, so we're gonna review The Quest. Hopefully, it's on YouTube, and I don't have to rent it. Because, you know, I'm kind of, you know, because I rented a bunch of movies this week, so it would be nice if I could save some money, because I am unemployed. Looks like I'm going to have to rent the movie. How much is it? $5. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna review Jean-Claude Van Damme's The Quest, and then after that we'll do Kung Fu Hustle, which is a martial arts movie. All right. And tomorrow I'm also going to review the New Mutants movie, because, you know, somebody asked me to do it, and I already posted a comic book review, so yeah, I gotta follow through with that. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Peace.